All right, welcome to the show, everybody.
What's up? What's up? Welcome to the platform, episode 92. So we're slowly inching towards that plateau. Episode 92. What's up, everybody? We are talking Battle Royale for Call of Duty, and we are discussing the Nintendo Direct. We're gonna do a little. I always say this that our show would be shorter today, but who knows? You know, sometimes I open the topics up, and then we look up and it's 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna try to fucking control it today. I want to. Well, let me get this out of the way. Shouts out to Player One Coffee. Shouts out to our patrons. Big Mike wants to first of all take a life away from Platinum. He is a patron, so maybe this will.
I ain't gonna take one. I will take it.
Oh, he's retracting. He's retracting.
He's retracted. So I'm gonna give him his life back. I don't know why he wants to take it away from him, Platinum, but he's a patron. Patrons can take lives away from anybody. But he's retracted. He hold on. Let me do this for Big Mike then. He's retracted. He moves this one automatically. All right. But let me do this. Let me just say this, and this kind of ties in to our main topic. Now, before I get into our introductions, I just want to take these lives away from myself. I am officially going down to one life, sudden death, for myself because of a giant contradiction. So let's just get this out the way. You know what I'm saying? Let's take these motherfuckers away. Oh, my heart's breaking right now. Oh. It's like a shot. It's like, one more. Okay. So
Sounds
I'm
like you just got done having sex, dude.
I need a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? So I am at one sudden death life here. So now let's go into our introductions, and then I'll get into the explanation. Starting with Mr. Platinum Godfather. What's up, man? Introduce yourself. Try to shake off the sleep webs and tell us what you're playing.
Oh man. Okay. Oh, feels so good. Feels so good to be back. All right, check it. All right, I'm gonna ask y'all to mute me real quick because I have an introduction. I'm gonna do it. All right, we'll start. So check it.
All right. Here we go.
Welcome back to the Most Individual on the Platform podcast. I'm also on Twitch. I'm back making his return. Platinum Godfather here. Woo! Oh, baby. It's yours truly. We're gonna crank it up. Hey, like a light, baby. Oh, let's go! Yeah! Back playing for Honor, as well as Sniper Elite 3, and also playing, baby, Devil May Cry 4, trying to get them achievements, baby. Platinum, trying to get them platinum trophies. Will I get the edit platinum? Which game will it be? We'll find out soon. Woo! I'm back, baby. Let's go! Hey! Yeah! Woo! I was hoping you say the best for last, but goddamn it, let's go. I'm back.
All right. So what are you playing?
He said in his thing, dude.
Oh, that's right. It's a Devil May Cry 4. And
Damn.
Honors.
Take a life from me.
You're gonna lose that last life?
I can't.
You can't. You just lost a life, man. He told you when he was playing. I'm sorry there, Platinum. Danny salty.
We haven't got into the topic yet. Let him live.
We'll give him a. I'm gonna give him a free pass. You're lucky.
Ooh! Okay, next up we got Big Mike. What's up, man? Introduce yourself and tell us what you're playing.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Mike here. I've been playing that Spider-Man hype and Guns with Boom, I think it's called, with Terry.
Yep, Guns with Boom. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing on lately. I can't get off that Spider-Man, dude. This Spider-Man is amazing.
Dude, everybody say Spider-Man's fucking amazing.
Your camera, though, Mike, is lagging you out something awful.
I'm about to say this motherfucker look like he's on dial-up right now.
I would tell everybody to stop riding Spider-Man's dick and play it.
Don't be salty, man. Don't be salty.
I haven't gotten to play it yet either, Platinum. I'm waiting for it.
I'm waiting till they come out with that bundle deal because everyone wants to, you know what I'm saying, drop all that money and shit like that. And all the DLCs haven't been added yet. So I'm waiting till that drops and lower the price. And then they get
I waited. I'm like, I love Spider-Man. I played them all. But you play them once and that's it. So for me, it's not $60 of value if I'm only going to play it once.
I'm waiting till it comes out with the bundle. They're going to come out with the new game plus, though.
Yeah, I'm going to play it more than once because it's already been confirmed. They're making a new game plus with it.
So I'm waiting for that shit.
Nah, I still won't do that. I'll still only play through the story one time. I don't need to play through the story twice.
She'll say that. She'll say that and she'll be like, God damn, this game's good.
No,
I won't. Give this another run.
I won't.
I don't think I'll play it.
The only time I've ever done a game plus is for an RPG. I'm not going to do it for Spider-Man.
Biased. You're biased.
Dark Arisen had that game plus.
You only
I think that's the only game.
No.
Dark Arisen
only do it for me.
Was the only game I ever did the game plus for.
No. I got you. You only do that shit for Lara Croft. We understand.
There's no game plus in Lara Croft.
I wish
but you admitted you gave her multiple runs.
That's not game plus.
Yeah.
No, but you still gave her multiple runs. So you played it more than
I said I am not going to pre-order the game because I'm only going to play it one time. I pre-ordered Tomb Raider because I know I'm going to play it more than one time and get my money's worth for full price.
Nah, biased.
How's that biased? I pre-order my games based on how much I'm going to get out of it. If I'm only going to play it one time, it's not worth a pre-order to me. That means I'm blowing $60 on a game I'm going to beat in 2 days. I'm sorry, 2 days of gameplay isn't worth $60 to me.
It's more than 2 days of gameplay. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whichever, but I mean, it's not worth a pre-order. For me, if I'm pre-ordering a game, I want to be playing that game for over a month. Months and months at a time even. Not get it done in a week. No. That's why I didn't pre-order it, because I knew I would play it once and I'd be done. Just like all the other I don't own any of the Spider-Man games. I've literally rented every single one, played through them, and sent them back.
Damn.
They are awesome games, but they're not worth buying.
Damn.
That's how she feel about God of War.
Damn, she's throwing shade there, Platinum.
I'm looking forward to it. I definitely want to play the new one because I played all of the Spider-Man games, and they're really good games. They're really good games, but like I said, I have not bought a single one of them. I play them once and I'm done.
I'm playing in the PlayStation days for Spider-Man, so this is going to be very brand new to me. It's going to be a while.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a slap to your face because you're gonna be like, holy shit, for sure.
Right.
But yeah, I think the last Spider-Man game I physically owned was the PS1 copy.
Oh dang, yeah, you're going all the way back. That's like
Otherwise, I just rent them, I play them one time, and I'm done. They're not worth buying if I'm only gonna play them once.
To each their own, I guess.
What's up, Cisco? Okay.
Yeah, I'm done with my thing.
All right. Next up, we got Cool Cat Terry. What's up, Terry? Introduce yourself and tell us what you're playing.
Hey everybody, it's Cool Cat Terry from Twitch. I'm doing fantastic. I had a good week. I've been, doing my game reviews, doing my ESO still, and I had a fantastic early release of Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I did a special 12-hour stream because I went ahead and got the cropped edition so I could get that 72-hour early release. Had it on Tuesday. I decided to hold off and do my stream on Wednesday, but it was worth it. Oh, it's so well done. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. So yeah, if you guys have played, the previous 2 games from the Origin trilogy, you're definitely gonna love, getting your hands on Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's awesome. They did a good job with it. There's definitely some bullshit moments. I was calling them out as I saw them. There's some bullshit moments, but then again, I think every video game out there has bullshit moments. But it's definitely well worth the play. Well worth the play.
Without spoiling it, you think there's gonna be a sequel?
This is the Origin trilogy, which means this is the 3rd game, which means this is the end of the trilogy. If they do make another one, it would be separate.
Yeah, it would be either a different trilogy or a different type.
This is the conclusion of the Origin trilogy. They just want, to show her coming into her role as the Tomb Raider and learning her skills. So this is the conclusion to that storyline. So if they do decide to make another, which I'm sure they will, because, why would they not want money? Why would Crystal Dynamics say, no, we don't want no money? No, they're gonna make another one. But yeah, it'll be much different because this is just her learning how to survive and all her skills and stuff.
But in this one, she got better at it, right? Like, this is where she's at her peak. Am I correct?
Yeah, because this is the conclusion. She's already... The very first one is where she got thrown in the shit and she didn't know what to do. She was very emotional because, it was a scary situation. And then Rise, she was definitely more confident because, she was getting into that. Now she's there. She's ready to get everything done. Get the story concluded, to deal with Trinity, to, avenge her father and all that shit. So she's done with that. So once that's all done, when they do decide to make the next game, it'll be completely different. She's not going to be that, Tomb Raider in training anymore. She's going to be established. She's going to have that confidence. She's going to be a badass, and I'm looking forward to that. So.
And that ass. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, and they were so awesome that if you played the previous games, all the special outfits you unlock, you get in this game.
So you get to keep them. They roll over. Yeah,
they rolled over. They didn't do that in the first 2 games. They didn't roll over from 1 to 2. But yeah, the costumes I got from 2 rolled over into this one. Pretty freaking cool.
Mm-hmm.
I even got some retro 90s PlayStation skins of Tomb Raider as well, of Lara Croft. I was like, what? Yeah, I can literally make her look like she did in the PS1 days.
With the pointy titties.
Yes. There's the one with that, and then there's the more refined one that came after that, where she has like the braid.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh shit! I gotta see that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, all right. Well, what's up, everybody? My name is Danny. I am the host here at the platform, and I did play a little bit with Terry on the game Guns of Boom, so I did play a little bit of that. I haven't had much time. I did last night get into the beta for Call of Duty, but that leads into why I lost all my lives. So, I'm at sudden death right now, but I haven't had much time, but I did play that, and I did get into some Battle Royale funness. So that's what I've been doing, and let's just get right into it. So like we explained earlier, I lost all of them except one life, and I'm at sudden death, and it has everything to do with Call of Duty. So Call of Duty had their betas out for the Battle Royale Blackout is what it's called. And I'm trying to beat around the bush because this is a huge contradiction. I'm talking about, I can't,
just take it out your mouth and say
You liked it, didn't you?
I pre-ordered it.
What?
Oh shit!
My soul!
Look at that stare that Terry's giving you. Like, damn.
Oh, Terry's like...
She's looking through your soul.
That look is
she's
intriguing to know why. She's curious, like why.
She's looking through your soul. She's like,
I'm not looking through. I'm just trying to grasp the fact that this man says that all Call of Duties are the same. He has no interest in it. He plays the special game, not even the regular base Call of Duty that the game is gonna be. He plays the special new game mode, and that was enough for a pre-order for the special game mode. The hell with the actual rest of the game that the cost is for. He basically paid, $60 just for one little game mode.
go ahead and tell Terry. It's different, right?
I've been bashing Call of Duty, I think, since the show started. See, this is why this is now you see why I am at sudden death with all my lives today. Because, and I know John's been following it too, and Cisco, because he's like, oh shit right now in chat. Yes, I pre-ordered fucking.
It's because just the Battle Royale alone, because you're convinced, like, okay, this is a good game. Let's see what else is.
No,
I can probably.
No, Terry's right. I did it for one fucking mode, and
Battle Royale.
I know.
Listen, I've been on the Battle Royale.
Problem today. That's what I'm saying. What?
I was gonna say, I've been on the Battle Royale for like 3 or 4 days. The shit is legit, man. That Battle Royale mode is fucking hype as fuck, man. It's good. It runs 10.
It runs smooth. Boring. Look just like PUBG.
No.
But
It's basically it's PUBG but better polished, and it mixed in Call of Duty zombie mode with it.
Well, here's the thing.
and it runs better than PUBG. Sorry, PUBG people.
Well, PUBG always ran like shit. It did get better, but it it's made by an indie company that doesn't, I don't know what they're doing with their money, because people are definitely playing their shit. So I don't know what they're doing.
Currently on Twitch, I think Call of Duty Black Ops, the Battle Royale mode Blackout, is beating everything. Even Fortnite.
I can do the thing right now. I have the Twitch bot in my Discord. I can switch to it right now and do the top 10. And if Call of Duty 4 isn't in the top 10, you did. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right here. Everyone's gonna fucking see this shit. Here it goes. I'm doing it right now.
Don't do it.
CSGO, League of Legends, Black Ops 4 is number 3. Not the top. You said it was number 1. It's number 3 though.
Hold on.
You said it was number 1. You said, hold the phone, man. You said it was number 1. It is not number 1.
I said probably number 1. I said, let me check. Top 10. Seriously, if it's not in the top 10, you're dead. And it is.
You're fine. It's number 3 right now. So you're lucky, but it's not number 1, dude.
Mike, you're trying to kill me right now. I know that's what.
Exactly, John. He's exposed. He's been exposed.
No. I don't lose a life. No.
Hold on. Even the chat said you need to lose a life.
He did say number 1, but I did say if it's not in the top 10, and it's number 3. So
damn.
He gets up. He's safe. He's safe.
No.
By one of those hairs on his chin saved him. All right.
Hold on. The chat says he should lose a life. Cisco said it. John even said, he goes, lose that life, bro. Come on, bro, lose that life.
Bro. Mike, you should lose a life just by saying bro.
Come on, bro.
I'm saying Platinum knows what it is. What's up, bro?
No, I don't say that shit.
Look, he's already crying. Like, damn. Look, he phased out. He's all frozen.
They was out for blood, man. Damn, I didn't know it was that serious.
You know what?
I'll tell you what, though, check it. I would be in the same boat as Danny if they had this unique story mode. I wouldn't be on my last life, but I would probably be convinced to get the Blackout game if they added the story mode.
All right, and you know what? Since you lost all your lives there, Danny, and you know this is Platinum's return, choose his poison there, Platinum.
Oh.
He's like, oh! He's like, oh! I hear it. He's like, oh!
All right, you know what?
Let me say my motherfucker.
All right. How about this? Can his punishment be now or later?
Has to be now.
Damn, it has to be now. Okay.
Otherwise, he's gonna be muted. Otherwise, he'll have to be muted for the whole freaking podcast. Has to be now.
Danny is salty as fuck.
It's a 5 minute. You get a 5 minute timeout when you get muted. That's one of the punishments.
Oh yeah, that's one of the punishments.
That's one of them. Yeah, we've always bounced around with punishments.
Another one's where you had to make him sing cringe karaoke.
Let's not do the singing. Let's do something different.
No. Yeah. No singing.
Right.
What's the okay? Yo, pick. What's one of those things from Williams? What are one of those topics on there?
There's that improv one. There's I think it's that fanboy one where you have to convince someone that you're a fanboy of a game you hate or something.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's like, yes.
Damn, man, I can't think of anything right now. Oh,
that would be the thing, make him fanboy Call of Duty right now.
Here.
Let's no. Fortunate. Fuck it. Let's do this then. Let's
we can do him with the improv, and he can say how well an improv, like why he likes Senran Kangora.
Oh, here we go.
He's gonna do the if it hits lose a life, you're respinning that shit because you can't lose no more lives.
Ooh,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, respin.
Cringe karaoke.
Truth. He has to tell the truth about something. All right. Well, what do you want him to tell the truth about?
That he's a fraud.
It's up to you. I have to. You can ask me any question, and I have to tell the truth. Period.
Okay. Let's
make it a good question, man.
Music intro for my channel.
I'm taking my time with it. I actually am taking my time.
Oh, okay. You put in your essence.
Yeah, because you're paying. See, it's different when I'm just doing something to throw some shit together. I'm paying. You guys, Terry. I actually really put my time into it.
Yeah. I commissioned him to make a really good intro for the Beauty Gamer podcast I do, and he did a really good job. Really good animations and transitions. So it's worth the wait. Be patient, my friend.
Yeah, you get paid for. I'm not gonna.
I know, but still, you haven't told me shit.
I know, but I hate but I didn't even want to show you that one beat.
Just give him like a little taste of like the music you got so far. Just give him a little taste of the music. Just play a little taste. Just a little taste.
I need a taste.
And we'll just do the quotations work in progress. He might change that taste later.
I need a taste.
Platinum's hungry. Give him a Snickers there, Danny. Give him that Snickers.
I want a motherfucking munchie. It's like
that's punishment. Let us hear it. Give me a taste live right now.
I'm trying to pull it up. I'm trying to pull the shit up. But I didn't want to. The beat will change constantly. That's what I didn't want to show you.
That's why I did this. It's a work in progress. The beat's gonna change.
Right. It could change.
Not actual gameplay footage.
Right. Let me see. Let me get something.
And Cisco asked a question to you there, Danny.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
You don't need to answer that question. He's trolling. Just say no. Just say no, or say no comment.
No comment, man. Hold on.
There you go.
Barbie girl, man. Hold on, wait, what? Am I missing something here? No.
Cisco wants to know if you play with Barbie dolls.
Do I play with Barbie dolls? No.
He's like, no.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's truly, and it's still in its infant stages. Because I took out. Woo! Woo! That's it.
Woo! I like that.
There, you got your taste.
It sounds like,
But the thing is, I already heard that already.
That's what I'm saying, man. But the only thing I did was I changed that intro from having the 808s to begin with, and I had to start with the sample. So that's what I'm saying. So, I'm trying to. What I really want to do, man, is get those trumpets in there. So once I get those trumpets in there with that, and I'm trying to make that intro a huge part of it before it leads off into the actual beat. So that's what I'm working on. Is that okay for you?
That's fine. I mean, yeah, it wasn't more or less a punishment. It was just a taste for everyone to hear. And
I know you just want everybody to hear that shit. All right, so I have redeemed myself, so I am now back in the fold. I get a new 6. And I'm gonna still take one away because I still pre-ordered fucking Call of Duty. And now let's get into the meat and the potatoes.
But you pre-order it though, like just buy it when it comes out. I mean, the pre-order bonuses are probably not even for that game mode.
They are. There's a lot of pre-order bonuses for all the game modes.
Okay, but I mean, are they worth it though?
But they're cosmetic, but they it's almost like, and the reason why I took a life from that because they add black dude physics in the pre-order. So
what?
You get better. Yeah, I know. That's why
what?
I'm gonna take another life, yeah, because I actually paid for black dude physics, extra physics.
What is this?
What?
Now, Platinum, remember?
No. You're telling me that they made the physics separate in a pre-order bonus?
Yes.
No way.
Yes. So
show this. Hold up. Pull that shit up. I need proof of that. This sounds like some bullshit.
No.
It's shady.
It's your skins. It's the more skins you unlock. Like for your how your character looks. And you know how I always complain, and me and Platinum been through this when we play Wildlands with you. The black dude physics in Wildlands is garbage.
Yeah.
We look like cousins. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how much we try to fucking, make our dude, we still look the fucking same. Well, if you pre-order, you get a bunch of like Blackout skins, and they're all different like characters that you get to play as just cosmetic. And there's a bunch of black dude skins, and
pull them up. Pull them up.
Oh, okay.
No.
Pull them up.
I already lost my life.
Pull them up, dude. I need to see these black dude physics skins that you pre-ordered for.
Listen.
I want to pay extra for that, honestly. That's like a slap in the face.
It's not that.
You gotta pay extra.
It's just.
You want to look good and play as a black guy, you gotta pay extra. But
look, that black dude physics that's in the game already is good. Like they already got some good black dude physics already. So it's
why pay extra though?
Because you just want a variety. I may not be this black dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black dude.
I may not look this good as ever.
My goatee ain't like that. I have no goatee. My shit don't connect. So why the fuck am I playing a dude with a goatee? You know what I'm saying? I want a dude with the fucking hippie and porn star. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? and they got that dude. So it's like, all right, I get to play as.
So you got the pre-order for the hippie and the porn star look. It's just a quote there because that's exactly what he just admitted to everybody.
He did.
He got the pre-order for the hippie and porn star look.
So but
seriously,
listen, but the pre-orders also give you a lot of shit too. Now I'm not condoning this for anybody. It's terrible, honestly. But I loved the BR so much. Like I'm telling you, AAA BR is something to behold. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I love survival games. You know, I play survival type games all the time. I play BRs, and those are my type of games too.
BR mood's good on this one.
And I'm telling you, it's probably the smoothest.
Is it a Fortnite contender?
Absolutely, yes.
You think it's a big enough contender to where once the game comes out, Fortnite will drop severely?
Fortnite, I don't think it'll drop severely, but will Fortnite finally have some real competition? No. Yes.
No.
Call of Duty, because first of all, you still have those Chads, to quote my boss, those fucking Chad dudes that fucking play Call of Duty, the regular Call of Duty, you know? So they're already buying it up. And then, you know, just to have that BR component there, they're going to go over there. They're going to try it out. And when they realize how smooth of an experience it truly is, I'm telling you, this is, and I love Fortnite too. Fortnite is very smooth, you know, and they believe in optimization. But shit, Activision did too. They said, fuck it, we're going to give you a AAA BR. And it really does shine that way. It really does. It took me by surprise. I just couldn't believe it. It was just, I started playing it and I'm like, fuck. I couldn't stop, you know? It was just like, it was that fucking good. It really was.
Here's the thing. I don't understand. Okay, this has nothing to do with you, Danny. This is gamers in general, okay?
Okay.
There's this problem I have right now with gamers today, okay? When it comes to the Battle Royale.
Okay.
Battle Royale is just a game mode, okay? Yeah. It's just a game mode. But for some reason, gamers are seeing it as its own thing, its own game. And so, if another game gets Battle Royale, they don't want to look at that game because it has Battle Royale unless it's better than what they're playing. Which makes no sense. Because when you look at other games that have King of the Hill, Team Deathmatch, you don't go and compare them to other games. Every fucking, you know, shooter out there has a Team Deathmatch mode. You're not comparing Team D in one game from another, but yeah, we're comparing BR between the games. It's a fucking game mode, okay? It's successful. Everybody's gonna have it now, just like everybody has King of the Hill. Everybody has fucking Team D.
Like
so why is everybody putting fucking BR under a goddamn, you know, microscope and being like, this is its own unique thing. I'm not gonna play Call of Duty. I'm not gonna play Call of Duty if it plays just like PUBG. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, you're literally, that's like, I don't hear you saying, I'm not gonna play, you know, Call of Duty because it has Team Deathmatch just like fucking Gears of War. I don't hear that bullshit, but you're pulling that shit for fucking Battle Royale? What the fuck is wrong with people? It's a goddamn game mode. Everybody's gonna have it.
Well, like I said, you got these Chads, you know what I'm saying? It's these dudes that's like fucking losers, and they like just stay in the forums to kind of agitate with that type of rhetoric. You know
I don't understand why Battle Royale is on this fucking pedestal. It's a fucking game mode. Either you like it and you play it, or you like me and you don't like that game mode and you don't play it. I'm not gonna base a purchase of a game over a fucking game mode. It's a goddamn game mode. I'm not gonna be like, you know what, I'm not playing fucking Gears of War 5 because they have a team deathmatch. Oh, hell no. Oh, no. That's fucking stupid. Yeah. It's fucking stupid right now.
It's those fucking dudes, though.
I'm fucking triggered because I don't understand why Battle Royale is on a goddamn... It's a fucking game mode, people. Who gives a shit? Everybody... we all have to accept the fact that all these games are going to have it now. Who cares? Play it or don't play it.
You know what it is, though, Terry? And it's Fortnite's fault. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I mean, it's good that people are coming up with different game modes other than the standard and making it a kind of like a mainstay in the gaming industry. But Fortnite is just so gigantic. And they don't really see it for the survive mode on Fortnite. Fortnite is more so BR leads that. Then they have the save the world mode, and that's more secondary. And I think that's why people are kind of seeing that as kind of like not necessarily not a mode anymore, but more of kind of like a lead part of a game. That can be a lead part of the game. It can carry the game. A BR mode. Because look at Fortnite. Fortnite is totally being carried by the BR mode, because I'm telling you, if it was just Save the World, it would still be a great game.
I think it'd be dead.
It would not.
Almost nobody cared about Save the World. No one cared about it. There are a few core players that really enjoy it over BR,
and it looks good.
But people don't play it. And the sad thing is, majority of the BR players for Fortnite never even touched Save the World. They have no opinion of what the actual game is.
Facts.
That's true.
Facts.
And I have both modes. I mean, and like I said, I played. Me and my boss, we played a little bit of the survive mode. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's kind of it's PvE, so it's not really against other people. But the building and trying to almost like tower defense, trying to keep your shit up, from all the monsters and shit. It is pretty fun. But that BR mode is something else, and it's like you don't really see Fortnite for anything else than what it is, a battle royale game with a save the world portion. And I think that's what's about to happen with Call of Duty. I think they are headed in the same direction. I mean, think about it. There's no story mode in this.
Why did they take out the story?
Well, they put the resources in the BR. That was their exact words. They said that they did not do a story mode. They said it could be added later. But they did say that all their resources were put into refining the multiplayer for the normal modes that they have, and then what they called it the standout mode, Blackout, which is the BR mode. So they put
and that's more than likely true. But I also think another factor with the story mode is when they look at majority of their client base, most of them don't ever play the story mode.
A lot of them don't. That's true.
I know a lot of hardcore COD players. They grab that game, boot it up. The first thing they do is PvP. They never even load the story once. They'll play that game nonstop for years until the next one comes out. Never once load up that story.
So I know people in that low percentage that play that story mode because I like the story.
Yeah, me too. Right. Whenever I did get Call of Duty, I always did the campaign. I didn't really care about the PvP aspect. But when you look at their core audience, they are all about PvP, not stories. So that's a lot of money and resources going into development of a campaign that majority of their clientele are not even gonna fucking play.
And here's my.
I think they even did like a survey, and they even looked at the I can't talk statistics, and looked and said, look, no one's hardly ever playing the story mode in our Call of Duties. Let's just try this mode where we just give you multiplayer zombies and see how that works out for us.
Yeah, zombies is very popular for them, so they're not going to take that out.
Everybody loves zombies. I mean, like, you talk to most Call of Duty guys,
I personally can't stand that game mode either. I avoid it like the plague. But I mean, I know players that only play zombies, and I know players that only play the regular PvP. There are so many Call of Duty fans out there that never touch story, so it makes sense that they might not want to put resources towards it. I mean, it's sad. I mean, there are people like you, me, Cisco here that do play story mode, but we are such a small percentage of the grand scale of things that our voice isn't going to be heard.
No.
The only way it will be heard and it takes the community to do is by showing it through your pockets, by not pre-ordering. Pre-ordering can affect it a lot, as well as sales on a when it drops and shit like that. But people are just when they buy Jordans, they be marching in line, just waiting to get the game just because.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't ever want to pre-order Call of Duty because what do you get? All your DLC and bonuses are what? PvP. They don't ever give you anything really for story.
Nothing, really.
You don't get anything for story.
Maybe some expanded missions for DLC for story mode.
It's usually more fucking guns or a new map here and there. They're have a heavy focus on PvP because that's where their core audience is playing.
And they pushed that narrative too during E3. Remember, they were just like all about multiplayer. Like they even had those fucking montages and everything. So it's like they're really, really super focused on like the esports part of it for sure. Because I'm telling you, this Blackout Battle Royale will be esport. It is totally designed in that manner, but it's also so fucking good.
Blackout's gonna be a good new mode. I mean, I hate Battle Royale and I'm not gonna play it, but it's a good way to bridge the gap because you do have, when it comes to your hardcore COD players, they're split. They're either at 100% zombie or 100% regular PvP. Now they're gonna get the merge of the two.
Yep, because there are like, in order to get certain like caches that are in the game that have like gold weapons and those high tier weapons, they're surrounded by zombies. And this is in the middle of an active battle royal. So you know how that already sounds good to both parties. You know, I get my multiplayer fix, and then I can get to wreck those dudes, those zombie players, and the zombie players are like, fuck those dudes. We can all come together and prove, who's the last one fucking standing. And I love that aspect of it. That's what just changed my mind about it, because it's like, oh, okay, you're not taking the same approach with Blackout that you are with your regular modes. This is something totally freer as far as your movement, as far as what you can do within the playing field. All of this is way more open and way more free. Plus, I've never complained about Call of Duty's like gameplay style. Like, I never complained about their shooting or anything. That's always really been really good. It's just the fucking community. And, Call of Duty also is fucking money grubbing too. Those dudes at Activision, they are truly money grubbers, So it's like those type of things it turned me off with it. But if you really just take a good long look and just watch some of the plays for the BR, you'll kind of see that they're really opening this game up. And that's important to stay relevant, especially Call of Duty, because I'm telling you, it was on its last legs.
I want to make a comment. Cisco says that he sees no point of a first-person shooter not having story mode. I want to make a comment on that because we've already talked about how games are always evolving as the generations are changing. All right. Back in the day, Nintendo 64, whatever, all your FPSs were story-based. You had your Perfect Dark and your 007s and all that shit. Okay. But now think about it. If you actually start looking at the games between this generation and last generation, majority of your FPSs did not have story. They were arena shooters. Think about it. Team Fortress, fucking Monday Night Combat, Overwatch right now. Even on your mobile, pretty much every single FPS game on your phone is just online. There's no story. That is the way FPSs have evolved. So it's not like it's a new thing because Call of Duty all of a sudden doesn't have a story. This has been the new base of FPSs for a fucking generation. So people really shouldn't be shocked. They really should not be shocked by it because this is the trend of how FPSs are changing. It's not like they're suddenly slapping you in the face with this. This is something that we've been seeing for a generation. This is not new.
They've been transitioning to this for a long time. I mean, think about it. Call of Duty story modes have been getting shorter and shorter. Every fucking year. Like, it's to a point where you can beat it in like 1 hour, 2 hours and shit. And that's a throwaway story mode right there, if you tell me. If it's not substantive and it has like a lot of shit going for that story mode, it's throwaway. And honestly, the story mode is good for Call of Duty, but it's been shorter and shorter. It's really been not worth it.
Yeah, and then they even took away the cooperative aspect of story mode too, because they're phasing it out. They're phasing it out, and people aren't playing it.
Used to be co-op, now it's single player only. And then now
the gamer generation of today, they buy an FPS, they buy for the online, PvP, not for story mode. That's why when you look at the most successful SPSs, what are they? 100% online. Overwatch, CSGO, 100% online. No story modes. That's where the money is for FPSs. No story modes. It's not a surprise.
It's not a surprise. CSGO's been going for a long-ass time, and that had zero story mode at all, and it is probably one of the most played.
Yeah, CSGO is the #1 FPS out there.
One. Yep.
Overwatch is popular, but CSGO is way more popular than Overwatch. It really is, especially if you look at Twitch numbers.
It really is.
And there's no story mode in that.
And you have to think about it. They have all those loot boxes and shit too, so they're making
Rainbow Six Siege, another FPS, no story mode. You know, it's all about the online.
Lots of people put time in that game. Lots of people.
Yeah,
Look
Siege.
PUBG's a first-person shooter too, and no story mode, and it came out big and sold big.
Yeah, that's the way that game genre has evolved. The story modes are not selling for FPSs. Yes, there are a small percentage, like myself and Platinum, Cisco. We are the small percentage. We are the old school gamer that, you know, we play the original FPSs that always had story modes, so we like story modes. But you gotta look about it. The newer generation doesn't want that. They just want to go online and shoot their friends or other people. That's all they care about. So that's what the games are being created for.
And talk shit.
Yeah.
That's it. It's, you know, but I mean, that's why I can see that. But I'm just, like I said, playing it, actually getting my hands on it, and seeing what they're doing with the game just blows my mind. And I'm telling you, PUBG is dead. It is officially fucking killed. Now, Fortnite, no. I think Fortnite is still too big. But, you know, PUBG is definitely dead. And that was really Fortnite's only competitor. So, you know, to kill that, something else has to step in its place. And I'm telling you, Blackout is that game. Now, I think, didn't they say Battlefield was also going to have a Battle Royale mode too?
Yeah.
Pretty much everything is doing it. I know a lot of games that are currently out are in the process of adding it. And then I know a lot of the new games that are still in production are going to be having it. So being
Battlefield 5 is supposed to...
This is serious against Fortnite, because Fortnite has been out and they don't have any contenders or whatever. They already have their thing. We have a lot of new games that are still coming. They have a lot of time to look at Fortnite. What are they doing? What can we do better? And then tweak it and make it better. So that means Fortnite is going to have to come up with some sort of stuff to keep up, or make a whole new game. You know, so that's what competition does. You know, eventually it's going to get to the point where Fortnite doesn't have enough to offer. Everybody else has all these new ideas to make it better, and Fortnite's going to have to either implement those or make a whole new game that's better. That's how competition works.
I don't think that's going to happen, because that's one thing Fortnite does is every week they update it to something different. They have new modes every week on Fortnite. Totally different modes. They're taking away guns, putting them in the vault, and next week they're bringing some guns out of the vault so you can use them, adding new guns. They're doing something every week. The Fortnite Battle Royale.
That's adding new weapons. I'm talking about completely changing how the game mode works. Fortnite could become outdated.
Modes in Battle Royale
Fortnite has the possibility of if enough of these games are doing Battle Royale and competing against them, they could become outdated, and they will have to then jump on that wagon. How can we make our stuff better so we stay on top? That's how competition works, Mike. Fortnite's not always going to be number one if they stay the way they are. They're going to become outdated. There's always going to be something that looks better, plays better, so they have to keep up. They have been lucky because, like Danny said, they only had PUBG as competition, and PUBG really wasn't any competition, okay?
It really wasn't.
Now that everybody else is on that hype train and that bandwagon to add this game mode to their games, that's a lot of competition. So now Fortnite really has to work, keep their shit fresh, and not become outdated to where people are no longer interested in them because everybody else is doing it bigger and better.
Here's the thing, too. You got to remember.
I still say it's going to be number one because one.
People said that about Team Fortress 2. However, it's dead. Overwatch took over.
Dead as fuck. Yeah. It's
okay.
Fuck.
Fortnite's still going to be number one because it's free.
Well, here's the thing.
Plenty of other ones could do it better and be free. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. You're saying because it's free. Fucking Paladins is free. And are they better than Overwatch? No.
Nope.
Overwatch is killing them.
Well,
so just because they're free isn't a factor, because Overwatch already showed that when they're stomping the ass of Paladins. So no.
But here's my thing about it. It's not only that, it's AAA devs jumping into the putting their hat in the race here. And that's a true competition because a lot of these BRs like Cuisine Royale and all these ones that have come out. They're smaller, you know, devs. You know, these are AAA resources, AAA money thrown into these BRs, and they're going to be able to
if Blizzard made a battle royale game, fucking Epic would be big trouble. Big trouble.
Big trouble. Hell, they in big trouble right now. I mean, you got 2 AAA devs working on one. You got Call of Duty, you got fucking Battlefield, and I think GTA said they were going to do Battle Royale. Rocksteady were going to think about doing Battle Royale for Red Dead.
No, please.
See, here's the thing.
They already had Battle Royale. GTA 5 did.
Yeah, GTA 5 did. So it will be easy
I think it's still in there even.
It is. And it would be easy to implement that in the Red Dead. And you know Red Dead's hype is already through the roof for a lot of people. So
yeah, it's everybody's gonna have that game mode. It's gonna become the new mainstay, which I mean I'm not gonna play it, I don't like it. Just like I don't play King of the Hill. King of the Hill's been around fucking forever, and everybody has that in their games too, and I don't play it. So Battle Royale is just another game mode that everyone's gonna have. It's the new mainstay, and you either play it because you like it, or you're gonna be like me and you're just never gonna touch it. You're still gonna buy the games you enjoy, and that's just gonna be a game mode you're just not gonna play.
Well, let me ask you this final question, and then we'll move on. Do you think this saves the Call of Duty franchise? Like, do you think it reinvigorates it?
Yes, I mean, I think it will, because Call of Duty, even though it sells well, if you look at their numbers, every game they launch, it does worse than the previous one. They've been on a steady decline. So them switching up and changing the way they're doing things by adding this is going to help them out, because they've been on that decline.
And it works because it's good too. Like, it'd be different if it was shitty. Like, say it came out and it was like real stiff, kind of like how Call of Duty's corridors are normally. And it's like, it just would be, it wouldn't do what it's doing right now if it wasn't actually good. But the Battle Royale is actually amazing. Like, it's really balanced. Everybody gets a dope ass gun quickly. So it's not like you're out there where you're in a fucking, like shit, Fortnite will do that shit. You'll open up a chest and it's a shitty ass gun, and 2 dudes next to you got fucking purples wrecking your shit. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty's like, no, we're not gonna really do that. I mean, you gotta fight for what you want. So we'll surround fucking hard ass zombies around it. But if you just spawn in and drop down and search, a few houses, you'll be kind of geared up. You'll be ready for fucking battle to at least get those top tier weapons. You'll be geared up enough to do that, which I loved, because that's the one thing about battle royales. It's always kind of a struggle getting your shit together before you engage battle.
I do like that COD is putting the zombies in only for one reason. My number one complaint with battle royale is the people that just hide and they just work their way to the end. Now that they have actual NPCs in the game that can kill you, you can't be hiding. You're gonna have this shit come in to wreck your ass.
But are the zombies the same ones that we're dealing with, like from the different game modes?
You go hide in a bush and see if that zombie's not gonna find you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
What I'm saying is, are the zombies like the same?
Yes. From the zombie mode, yes. They are the same type of hard ass fast. You gotta shoot them zombies. They're not
I like it's separate. Why did they have to merge the two?
Well, zombies is still a separate mode. They just put this is more of, in order to get top tier weapons, there are NPCs in certain areas that's how you can kind of indicate that there's maybe a top tier weapon there, but you have to fight for it. It's not like you can just walk up in that bitch and go, oh, okay, I got a gold weapon, a gold chest. No, you will get wrecked by thousands.
And it was only in beta, so as they see people play, they're going to make patches. They're probably going to start making the zombies a lot smarter, so that way you can't just hide in a goddamn bush. Because there's no way you're going to hide in a bush when there's zombies around. That makes no damn sense. You're going to get your ass eaten. So
when one sees you, there's 30. I'm telling you, because I tried to get a fucking top tier weapon. I'm running. I see a house. I jump in that bitch. I hide in the corner right here. So what the fuck?
I've only ran zombies twice, and on the rest of the time I hid either in a house or a bush, and I made it to the top 4.
See, that's why I don't play Battle Royale, is there's people that literally just hide. They're not even fucking playing, and they can get top. You're not playing if you're hiding a goddamn bush.
They can get wrecked too, though. I'm telling you, they get wrecked too, though, because you hide in the wrong house. You're fucked.
Oh, yeah, you can get wrecked. Well, like Danny said, even just hide in a house.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no building mode unless they add that. There's no building mode around you unless they add that.
I don't think Call of Duty would need a building mode.
No, here's the thing.
They won't need that.
House and hide, you will be fucked up because there's traps. Not only traps, there's zombies. There's all kind of like pitfalls that you can have if you decide to hide. Mike just got lucky, because like I said, I tried to be one of those bastards and I got wrecked. So it's not. I love that they're doing that.
And like I said, they're gonna patch and update. They're gonna make some weapons better, some worse. They're gonna, probably improve upon the AI for that too, to make sure that it's got that good competitiveness. Because they don't want. I'm hoping they're not gonna want to be as shitty as Fortnite, where people just hide in a bush, and then congratulations, you made it to the top 5, and you didn't do shit.
And there is also a friendly fire, so you can shoot your teammate. I've had that happen to me.
Which I love. Because that means it's all about aiming. It's not about just blowing up all your friends to kill the people that they're engaging. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of like arcadey. This one is more so if your friends are engaging in a battle and you want to come in with support, you need to plan out your attack. You can't just throw a grenade in the mix of it and kill all the opponents. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have to.
I think it's gonna do well, and I agree.
Well.
I agree. This is something that Activision needed to get for Call of Duty because it has been slowly dying. All right. Because and if you ask somebody about Call of Duty, what's the first thing they're gonna say? Oh, that game is shit. You know what I mean? You never hear anybody praise that game. Okay, it still sells well, but if you look at the numbers, each version sells less than the previous one every single time. So they've been on that steady decline. So this is gonna help them for sure.
It's gonna help them a lot for sure. All right. So now enough of my shame and Call of Duty. Let's get into the Nintendo Direct. Now, me and Big Mike, we did our live reactions for Nintendo Direct. Terry warned us about it and said it was going to be shitty. I kind of say she was right, so I'm going to give her an extra life right now.
She was
fucking right.
She was half and half.
Half and half.
Yeah, you were 50% right. You know what I'm saying? So I give you that. But the Nintendo Direct, they actually had to move it, and like I said, I'm praying for them as well. But they had some bad natural disasters, so they had to move the Nintendo Direct over.
They had an earthquake.
Yeah, earthquake. So they had to move the Nintendo Direct in order to kind of shift things because of the earthquake. But once again, my prayers go out to them. But they showed the Nintendo Direct, and it was. I say this. They talked about some ports. They talked a lot about games that they've already talked about till they're blue in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like
till they're blue in the face.
I'm serious. And that's why my score wasn't so high. I think we both scored at a 7 for Nintendo Direct. But they did have some standouts, and if Geeky's watching, I know she's probably going to be hyped too. But they announced Animal Crossing. So Animal Crossing is official. They're officially working on an actual full-fledged Animal Crossing for the Nintendo Switch, which a lot of people were asking for, and I really couldn't understand because sometimes Nintendo does some fucking shit that pisses me off. But I couldn't understand why this wasn't already out. But they're doing a new Animal Crossing, which is amazing. They've also announced a new Luigi's Mansion. Now, those who had a GameCube and shit like that, you already know. Luigi's Mansion was great. It was actually it was a very surprising game. It seemed like it was going to be shitty, but when you actually played it, it was a really, really fun kind of puzzles, ghost extermination type game. So it was really, really amazing. So they announced Luigi Mansion 3. And then they also announced, I think this is multi-plat, but they kind of pushed it to the forefront, which is a beat-em-up bundle. It's like old school beat 'em ups. I think it's like 7 or 8 games in this pack, and it's just all fucking beat 'em ups. And there's one that stood out to me, which is Battle Circuit. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but it was out in the arcades, and it was kind of like a Street Fighter moveset, but in a beat 'em up environment. So very, very amazing with that. And then they announced a new RPG called Town. It's made by the same people who Game Freak.
The title is still a working title. It's not a confirmed title yet, but that's what they're going with right now.
Yes, it's not official, but they're code naming it Town, and it's made by Game Freak, and I think the game takes place entirely in that town. So you're just basically in this big town, and the RPG, all the elements take place right there. You don't really venture out, which I'm trying to figure out how that works, but I don't know how you would grind or level in that type of RPG if you can never leave the fucking town. You know what I'm saying? But that's what that was the standouts, I think. So I kind of wanted to get your guys' take on that, like Animal Crossing. Have you guys played Animal Crossing? Are you Animal Crossing fans? No.
I do know though that the Animal Crossing is super popular amongst female gamers though. If you want a game that has a high amount of female gamers, that's your game right there.
That's true. You do see a lot of women playing that fucking game. Like,
can they start playing that shit on Facebook? Or was that something else? A different garden game?
It started on GameCube, right?
Stardew Valley. Yeah, that's another one that is got a pretty big female fan base as well.
Yeah, Stardew Valley. Yeah, and I think that's out for the Switch too. I think you can get Stardew Valley. So, Animal Crossing. I mean, I played a lot of Animal Crossing back in the day. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's definitely kind of like The Sims a little bit. I mean, it's not really, let's just say not like The Sims as far as like taking care of your character's debts and managing things around them as far as their house and shit like that. It's not really like an action RPG or anything like that. But it does get addicting. I mean, that was one of those games that kind of caught me off guard because I didn't think I would like it at all. And I played a lot of it, and I was like, damn, why am I still playing this fucking shit? You know what I'm saying? I still owe Tom Nook. Even after all these goddamn years, I'm still in debt to his bitch ass. I still owe him 1,000 acorns or whatever the fuck he's charging me. So I still owe his ass. But, it's nice that Nintendo's kind of reaching out to their franchise that a lot of people, I mean, maybe necessarily not us here on the panel, but a lot of people have been definitely asking for that.
Animal Crossing is going to be probably one of the best sellers for the Switch, for sure. That game is going to be huge.
It's going to be gigantic because it's like Animal Crossing on the go.
It's already on the go, and people play that on the 3DS and shit.
But the pocket edition is some bullshit. Like it's not the same thing.
It's gonna do really, really well. Like literally, like when I'm in the different Discord servers I was in after you guys did your direct, the only thing I ever seen anybody posting about in all the Discord servers and my Facebook communities is fucking Animal Crossing. I kept seeing that Animal Crossing 2019 picture fucking everywhere. That's all anyone's talking about is Animal Crossing. No one cares about anything else that Nintendo Direct showed. All they care about is that damn Animal Crossing right now. So it's gonna do phenomenal for Nintendo.
That's true. That was the same shit I saw too. It was just all Animal Crossing. Nothing about
Animal Crossing is going to do well. Luigi's Mansion 3 is going to do well.
I haven't seen anybody post anything about that, so the hype isn't as there as it is for Animal Crossing. That's the one that got everyone's attention.
Right.
Pokemon announced it.
They've been asking for Animal Crossing since the Switch came out for a while.
They've been asking for Animal Crossing. Period.
I'm saying, I like Animal Crossing. I've been playing Animal Crossing since the GameCube days, and I think it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I put a lot of time in Animal Crossing, and like I said, I still owe Tom Nook. I still owe his ass.
You're gonna say that on the live reaction.
Remember, I was like, when they pulled him up, and I was like, fuck, there go Tom Nook, he found me. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought I dodged that bitch. He found me. He followed me to the Switch and still charging me. God damn.
Now, my one gripe about the Direct was, what in fucking Nintendo fanboy was hyping up Isabella to be on the Smash?
I'm telling you, they spent like a whole.
Someone's got some fucking explaining to do because that's the stupidest character ad in Smash. Yes.
So what the fuck is Isabella gonna be doing? Like falling down? Like I don't even understand what a moveset could be. Like when we talked about
she's gonna need some clothes. She's gonna need some clothes and throw them at you.
She's gonna fucking. That's some fucking bullshit to me. Like I don't understand.
Chuck a laundry basket at you? Is that what you're saying?
I think one of her moves, she fucking trips. And a basket of clothes comes out and fucking knocks you off the goddamn pedestal. That's bullshit. You know, and Nintendo, and we talked about this, Nintendo, I want you to put more meaningful characters in the Smash. If you're just trying to throw every fucking thing in there, you know, put some characters that you just wouldn't really expect in there that could fit the category. But Isabella, I mean, there's no threat in Isabella. Like, none. Like, there is zero. And they spent 3 whole minutes on the intro for her.
Yeah.
Next, they're going to add Yoshi while he's still in his egg.
Oh, hell no. That would be fucking shitty. That'd be terrible.
They're literally adding everything, so it's coming. You're going to get Yoshi in the egg. You're going to just roll around.
Please don't give him that idea, Terry. I'm about to take it. I got to take a life for you because you gave him that idea. Yeah. I feel like they're going to take that and be like, oh, yeah, that's good. You just fucking roll around as a colorful egg. And you knock people up the pedestal and shit.
Yeah, I was a little salty on the whole Isabella character. I was like, why?
Yeah, I was salty, too.
I'm salty about the whole thing about them just having this huge freaking roster for no reason. It just... I don't know.
They need to just throw other characters in there and not fucking deal with.
I would rather they just focus heavily on the most played characters to keep the fans happy. Make some DLC for some bonus ones, you know, to keep them interested for long term, and all that extra time that they're using making all these other fucking characters they could use to actually make more maps.
Please, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. And they're spending so much fucking time on these directs with this shit. And it just boggles my mind. It's like, we got it. Smash is coming out. We got it. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to spend another fucking direct with Smash in it. Period. You know, show us the new Pokemon, goddammit. You know, fuck Smash. Show us the fucking Pokemon. God damn it. I don't want to see that shit again. We get it. You got 2,200 characters and all of them, you know, 90% of them are throwaway fucking characters. Like, I'm still not understanding. But, you know, they're coming out with that shit. And the beat 'em up bundle, I know that's on everything. I think that's on everything, not just Nintendo Switch. But it is nice to kind of have those retro beat 'em ups on the go, though. I may not get it on my PC. I may get it on Switch, just because I can have Battle Circuit on the go. Like that game is so fucking good. It was so ahead of its time as far as a beat 'em up goes. Hopefully, Streets of Rage 4 takes some of that stuff from Battle Circuit and add that shit in the Streets of Rage 4, because that would be amazing. But so, you know, Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo just needs to stop beating the same drum with some of their shit. And just, you know, when they do these directs, they need to be a little more translucent about other things that they're working on instead of just the same shit that we keep hearing about over and over and over, because some of this is redundant. You know, so we know Smash. We know fucking, you know, we don't need 5 minutes dedicated to an update for Splatoon 2. We don't need that shit. You know, that can be done in a fucking Twitter tweet. You know, we don't need 5 minutes of that. You know, you can take those same 5 minutes and tell us how the fuck the real actual Pokemon game you're developing is going. You know, give us a couple of screenshots. You know, let us kind of interview some of the devs behind that, talk about what their plans are for the game. You know, spend 5 minutes on that. You know, show us a new IP. You know, it doesn't even have to be running, but just kind of show us that you are trying to do shit outside of what you already got.
One thing I thought was exciting also is that they're adding some Final Fantasy games to the Switch. Final Fantasy 7 is coming to the Switch. Final Fantasy 10 is coming to the Switch, along Also, along with Xbox,
12.
it's coming to
12 and X. All of them are coming to the Switch.
And X2.
X2. So you're getting all of the Final Fantasies, damn near all of them and shit.
And for the first time in history, it's also going to be on the Xbox. I googled it. And
yeah, it's going to be on Xbox.
So another thing I'm going to say out there.
We knew 7 was coming to the Xbox because they said that a long time ago.
Yeah, they said 7 was flat. Yes.
But I'm just saying, another thing I'm going to say and throw out there. If you want these Japan games on your console like Xbox,
hell yeah, Joel's so hyped. Joel was so hyped. What was it? I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago when they announced that they were redoing Final Fantasy VII. He was excited, and then he heard it was coming to the Xbox. He was more excited because the last thing he doesn't want to play on the PS4 or a PS5.
Hold on.
So
hold on there, Terry. Terry, I think you got to admit.
And you have fucking Final Fantasy. Was it 15 that just came out? That was on Xbox. So I mean, it's.
I think you got it twisted there, Terry. This is the classic Final Fantasy VII.
I don't give a shit if it's classic or not. Who cares if it's on the Xbox or not? It doesn't need to be on PlayStation. You know why? Because everybody's playing them on their goddamn phone and on PC anyways.
I think you got it twisted. This is not the remake that's coming to Xbox.
I'm not talking remake. I'm talking in fucking general. Who gives a shit if it's coming to Xbox? Why does that sound taboo? You can literally play them on your goddamn phone. Who gives a shit?
I was just saying. I just want to make sure you weren't getting it twisted. This is not the remake that's coming to Xbox.
I don't care if it's not a remake. Even if they just want to do a port. Who cares? It's literally a port on the phone. Why would anybody make a stink about classic Final Fantasy coming to Xbox? It's not like it's an exclusive to PlayStation, because it sure as fuck isn't, since, like I said, you can play it on PC on your goddamn phone.
True. Right now you can. Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7?
Yes.
Yeah, you can play 7. 7. You can get that on your goddamn phone. You don't need, you know what I mean? So who cares?
I'm not gonna play Final Fantasy 7 on my phone.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I ain't gonna play that on my phone.
Oh, you're not gonna do it? Fine, I'm just saying. If anyone's gonna make a stink, Xbox shouldn't have it. Like, why the fuck not? Everybody else and their grandma has it.
I'm not saying they shouldn't have it. I'm just saying if you guys want continue Japanese support games on your Xbox, you're gonna have to get out there and support it. I know, like, Joel will support it. I'll probably support it. I was like, fuck not. Why not?
A lot of people bought Final Fantasy 15 on the Xbox.
No.
Yeah, people did buy Final Fantasy 15. It sold well on it.
It did not sell on everything. It did not sell well on the Xbox. They've already did statistics. It didn't. It sold better and more on PlayStation. It sold
selling well. Selling well means they made a profit. Was it profitable? Right. If they did not make a profit, then it did not sell well. If they still made a profit, even if it's a goddamn dollar, it sold well. As long as they made profit.
Just because it's more on the Xbox, does that mean it wasn't successful? I mean, sold more on the PlayStation doesn't mean it wasn't successful on the Xbox. It still sold well. It just didn't sell better than PlayStation's. But it still sold well. Hell, PC sold more than fucking Xbox. That still don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still...
I'm just saying it didn't sell well.
It sold well. What you mean is it didn't sell better than PlayStation or PC. But it sold well. They made a good profit off of it. Exactly. That's a success. Success when it comes to having a product is making profit. So as long as they made a profit, which they did, it sold well.
Mike, let's do this.
That's what I look like.
Because I don't know what the fuck you were getting at, because it sounded like you were on some fanboy shit. So I had to
fanboy.
Heard that, because that means nothing. Just because it sold better on PlayStation means nothing. It still did well on Xbox. That whatever you were trying to compare made no sense. So that's why you lost a life. And Terry is right. It still sold well. I mean, people still wanted that type of game on Xbox. It takes two. You know what I'm saying? Just because the customers bought it doesn't mean Xbox is still courting those type of developers. You know what I'm saying?
They do support Japanese games on Xbox. They might not have the big library that, say, PlayStation has. Because why? PlayStation's a Japanese fucking company. So it makes sense they're going to have more. But, I mean, they do support it on Xbox. I mean, look at all the people that got fucking Monster Hunter on Xbox. Plenty of people.
Dre, Square Enix said it. You go to their website. They always do their quarterlies, and they said that it did quite well, and they profited off of the Xbox version. So once you reach a profit, that means that
it sold well. That's the whole point of business is making profit. So as long as they made a profit, it sold well.
Right. It went like this. It went Sony, PC, then Xbox. That was the tier of sales for Final Fantasy 15. It did well. It's just Microsoft needs to court more devs and actually invest in them over. That's the thing. Microsoft is not willing to push a lot of money into Japanese or just overseas devs. They're not, and that's the problem, and that's why there's kind of that stigma on Xbox where they don't have a lot of Japanese games because they don't really put much money into that. And and there is people want that. I mean, just because there's PlayStation players and they love those Japanese games doesn't mean that people on Xbox don't like them either. They want those games. They just don't have them. Microsoft is not courting those devs to get that shit ported over. So they're not going to have the same type of selection as, say, Sony. Or hell, PC now. PC now is like the dumping ground for RPGs now. Like literally, it went from one extreme to another. It went from PC not having any fucking Japanese RPGs to like, if you just type in RPG in Steam, you will see pages and pages and pages and fucking pages of Japanese RPGs that are dumped onto the PC platform. So, you just gotta put money into it. You gotta court those devs. That's what it comes down to. Let's see what did Brennan say. I'm here to support my boy Mike. Fuck Mike. Dreology said how many lives Mike got left. Mike has 3 lives left. Mike is down to 3. Terry gained a life, and I took one more away while we were talking Call of Duty, so I'm back down to 5. So actually 4. I'm sorry, because didn't I lose another one? I did. Okay, so that's 4. So I'm at 4. Big Mike's at 3. Everybody else is still safe. All right.
Right.
So, and like I said, our overall rating for Nintendo Direct was a 7. It was kind of meh. It wasn't really... I have another topic
to discuss on that Nintendo Direct. I want to know everyone's thoughts. I know Dre has a thought on this also. What do y'all think about the cloud save coming to it?
The cloud save is very selective. It's not every game, which I don't understand, because how can you have an online service and don't offer cloud services for all the games? And I know they tried to say it was up to the developers to add that as an option, but that's not true. Sony, the way they Steam too.
Yeah, I mean, the 360 had a cloud save for every damn thing.
Yeah,
so it's...
Yeah. In Steam, there's games that don't have cloud saves on Switch that have cloud saves on Steam. So that's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to figure out where their philosophy comes into play on that. I'm not sure what they were trying to do.
This is where you're going to probably lose a life, Danny, because you supported this shit. You told them you want Nintendo to be money hungry. All right. Now listen to this. This comes from DualShockers, and I know Dre knows what I'm talking about. It turns out, this is word for word, it turns out that the users will lose their cloud saves if they do not renew their Nintendo Online subscription. And you have to check in
really?
and you have to check in every 7 days online.
You have to check. You have to actually ping online. You have to log in with your Switch
once a week.
Yep.
What?
If you want,
that's some bullshit.
If you want to play the Nintendo games they're bringing, like the PlayStation Plus games, like they do, you have to check in every 7 days.
Wow.
This is on you. This is on you, Daddy. You told him you wanted to be money.
Hold on. This ain't all.
Hold on now.
I did wish, because I felt like Nintendo has always been behind the curve as far as certain industry standards. Excuse me. And that, they are now starting to kind of push it out that we want. That's what they're doing, and I asked for it, but it's a double-edged sword. It's like, I want Nintendo to be like everybody else, and they're like, okay, we will. Give us
the other thing.
And we're gonna fuck you over just like everybody else is, you know.
And the other thing I think I read was, you remember those Nintendo and controllers you saw that you liked?
Yes, those are sweet as fuck. Yes.
And the only way you can get them is you have to subscribe to Nintendo Online.
No.
Yes, you have to be. No, you have to be an online subscriber to purchase them.
Dude, you can get those in.
No,
dude.
No, it's all over Twitter, talking about it and everything.
If I find out that you have failed with this comment that you're making right now on our next show, you will instantly start.
Is it a legit confirmed thing, or is it just people creating rumor on social media like they do and they're running with it?
On TMZ.z website.
See, even Trey says you are welcome.
Yeah, he's saying that about Danny, making his comment. It has nothing to do with you, Mike.
Right. He's talking about me saying that I failed. Yes, I did ask for it. I begged Nintendo to be a corporate shield, and they fucking did it. Fuck. I wanted it. I said, just give us every goddamn thing. Just say, Reggie, just fucking open up your shit and go, yeah, and give us every fucking thing. And they say, yeah, we'll do that. We'll give you every goddamn thing. We'll give you fucking Legend of Zelda. We'll give you all this shit. And then we're going to fuck you. You're going to pay for online. We're going to fuck you on the says. We're going to fuck you on DLC like they did with Legend of Zelda, where they added a fucking motorcycle to Breath of the Wild. What kind of shit is that? Was that needed? No. But I asked for it. You are right, Trey. But she's not agreeing with you, Big Mike. You got your shit from TMZ.z. There's no.
No, I don't look at TMZ, man. I don't look at TMZ.
Dude, you do, because you're telling me that Nintendo will not sell.
Where's the confirmed thing from them? I don't want to hear about people just talking about it on Twitter. Right. I want confirmation.
I'm about to look it up right goddamn now. I'm looking it up right now. NES.
Because anybody can make a rumor and run with it on fucking Twitter.
Right. I'm looking it up right now. Let's see. Okay, come to Switch. NES Classic controllers come to Switch. And it says they will also work with Nintendo's online games. What does that mean? That means they're outside of that subscription. But let me just double check here. As a perk, service costs $39.99 for 3 months. There will also be a family membership. Slide right into the consoles, regular Joy-Cons. The controllers will come in a set of 2 for $59.99 and will be available for pre-purchase on September 18th. Mike, here's what we're going to do. All right? So we're going to... Let's go ahead and let's just do a super life take there.
Super life? What the hell is super life?
Yeah, we're taking super life right there. So now you are in sudden death.
Damn.
Right.
If you come with non-true facts before we end this show soon, you will be doing some shit. And I'm going to give the power to Terry if you lose it. So Terry got something to look forward to. To fuck you
Let's go back to the topic. Let's go back to that topic. What do you think about that?
What? The cloud save, like I said, the cloud saves.
The cloud save and the checking in shit.
That stuff sounds super stupid.
That should sound fucking super goddamn stupid, but you definitely, I'm looking at...
Especially when it's a family kid console first. What if the, kids, if they're playing on their consoles, they're not going to sign in to their freaking Switch once a week. They know they're going to lose all their the content. That's just some shit.
Mike, I'm giving you your lives back.
Okay.
Because I just read something unfortunate. Okay? I think you had it backwards. I think you kind of had it twisted. It's not that you have to get the online to get them. It's you can only use them for the online games that they give you, the old Okay. So you kind of had it fucked up, but you still had the right rage.
My bad. But still, that is retarded, though.
Yes, that is fucking stupid. So you mean to tell me that I can only use these retro NES controllers? It says they're only compatible with Nintendo Switch's online NES catalog. That is fucking terrible.
That actually makes sense, though.
But you got games that you can download outside of the online catalog. You have virtual console type games that you can put actually on your Switch. So I can't use it for them.
It makes sense to me though, because some games use more buttons than others, so or they might not have the same buttons and stuff.
On Nintendo Switch, you can download NES games, like actually buy them and put them on.
Yeah, but it makes sense that that controller would only be for those games because it's built for them. But it's no different than for the Wii. Only certain games you could use the GameCube controller for. You couldn't use it for everything.
What they're telling you is, listen, hold on. What they're telling you is you can't, the games that you have downloaded on your system that you're using your Joy-Cons for, the same old 2-button cross-pad games, like the old school Nintendo games that you have downloaded right now on your system, cannot be used with these. They are only compatible, because they're going to have an online repository of all the old NES games, that you can only use it for the online repository. You can't use it for some of the old school games you already have downloaded on your system.
But my thing is,
it explicitly says they are only compatible with Nintendo Switch's online NES games.
So my question to that is, if you want to play, the old Nintendo games, do you have to buy these controllers? That's fucking shady if you guys do that.
That's shady as fuck, because that means that any game...
It says they're compatible with them. It doesn't say that those were the only things you can use them for.
It says only compatible with
Nintendo. Those controllers are only compatible with those games. Those games are not only compatible with the controller. They never said if you get a classic NES game on this online library, you can only use these controllers. That's not what they're saying.
Listen, but what happens if I want to... my internet is down, but I want to play a retro game that I already have downloaded on my system.
You're going to lose your save because you can't sign in for 7 days.
Well, that's true, okay? Oh, God! Changing my final round. Like,
your internet is down, or you're currently moving out to a new location. Guess what? You just lost all your game saves because you weren't able to sign in once that week.
Daniel threw his Switch like, bam! Fuck you, Nintendo!
I am in full triggered right now. I
knew this would change your...
I have no problem with those controllers only being compatible with those games as long as those games are not only compatible with the controllers.
That's what I was saying there, Jerry. Because they don't explain that. They don't explain that. Can you play those classic games with your regular Joy-Cons, or do you have to?
Yes,
like
you can.
They're not saying you cannot, so I'm thinking you can use whatever you want, but if you want to buy the nostalgia controller, you can only use them for those games, which it makes sense. It makes sense.
That's shady. That's shady.
It's not really shady. I mean, it's like I said with the freaking Wii U. You could only use the GameCube controller for select games.
Gary, think about this. If I own Super Mario Brothers, okay? Say I own it, and I downloaded it to my Switch, right? I cannot use those retro controllers on the one that I own downloaded. I can only use those on the ones on the online repository. That's what they're telling you. They're saying they're not really built for offline play. They're built for the online NES games. That's the problem I'm having. If I own Mario Brothers, and they also have Mario Brothers on the repository, I can't play the offline one with the old remotes. I have to log in to the NES repository and play them with the retro remotes. That's not good. I don't give a damn if I can use my Joy-Con. What happens if I want to use the old school remotes not on the online repository? I can't. They're only... It literally says officially on Nintendo's site, they're only compatible with Nintendo Switch's online NES games.
Damn. That right there is bad business. That is bad business.
That's not good.
Or it's so they can make sure people are playing their online ones and they're not cracking the system and getting the games on there and taking advantage.
Look, I asked for this. You're right.
This make sure that people that want to use these are only using them for things that, you know, they have to pay for versus them, you know, like I said, cracking the system, putting all these games on there that they don't technically own. You know, this prevents those hackers from taking advantage.
Now, let's ask the chat. Do you think Danny should lose Super Life like he was about to take for me?
No.
No, he doesn't lose a Super Life.
No. Here's the thing. I said that if it was proven that what you said was wrong, it was, but you weren't.
I had it backwards. My bad.
You had it backwards, so it confused, but we corrected it. See, that's the.
Yes. No one loses a life. No one loses a life.
Right. Only Game Wars back.
That was Games losing life for this idea shit that he wanted.
No, he already took that away. You can't.
I already took my life away.
You already lost that one already. You can't just keep recycling the damn thing.
Mike is siphoning lives, and I'm taking another one from Mike because he's trying to fucking siphon reduced. Okay? All right. So, you know, that's Nintendo as a whole. I am in final round, but I think I may add something to it.
It might not stay permanent. They might find a way to move the firmware over to where you can use them offline. They might change it down the road. Who knows?
I don't know, man.
I'm not feeling that at all.
It's like the whole Breath of the Wild thing. That left me salty as fuck also. And I'm still salty about that. I mean, I don't like Breath of the Wild. That was not my Zelda, but if you wanted the Master Sword, I mean, we talked about this, and you wanted to use it like a full Master Sword like the previous Nintendo Zelda games, you had to buy that DLC.
You had to DLC to get and they even said it in their promo material. In the true power of the Master Sword,
you had to do those
trials.
Wait a minute, did you not even get the true power? Because I thought you had to wait for it to charge to get like a one-time use and then you had to wait for it to charge. That's not the true power either. So they kind of lied to you.
No, but it doesn't break. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That was the thing. You had to buy DLC to keep your Master Sword from breaking.
And use it over and over again like a real Master Sword.
Real Master Sword instead of charging it. So that is, yes, I asked for. I said, Nintendo, I want you to be like EA because I want everything. Like I want you to just.
That wasn't EA. That's them, you know, pulling some Capcom shit.
That is. that truly is. Okay, all right. So, and speaking of fighting games, Jump All Stars. I think there was a leak out on a new character. I don't know if it's been official yet.
Yeah, it came straight from Bandai on Instagram, the one that I shared. So it's directly through Bandai themselves. So it's legit.
Okay.
It's legit.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is officially making his debut in Jump All Stars.
It's Jump Force.
Jump Force. Jump All Stars. Like, what the hell is this?
Oh my god! I don't know.
What game are we talking about right now?
was the game before this one. This is actually a newer one. This is the older one. I'm sorry, I got it mixed up.
You should take a life away, because I remember you taking lives from Achilles whenever he was mistaking
his life.
whenever he got the freaking the name wrong for what was it? Shadow of the something or other. Can't remember that one game.
Danny's looking at TFC. Danny's over here looking at TFC. Jump All Stars.
Jump Force, I got it corrected, and I took whatever.
What, you down to 2?
No, 3. I'm trying to figure out.
He's like, no, 3.
I'm trying to figure out how this is possible, because Yu-Gi-Oh! He plays a card game, so it's like, does his shit actually manifest? You know, when he throws.
He doesn't fight though. He summons, right?
Yeah. What is Yu-Gi-Oh?
Wait, does the king or prince or whatever the fuck his alter ego is? Does he fight?
No. He uses cards and plays other against.
So both of his alter egos just play cards.
Listen, he gets more hair and eyeshadow, and
his voice drops.
I'm going to play Wicked Dragon, 3-headed dragon, or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Wicked Dragon?
Yeah. I don't know.
Hold on, Dre is calling out Platinum right now. He's calling him out. He's like, yo, is the homie in the top right a placeholder because he ain't got much to say on these topics. Oh! Calling you out, son!
I really don't.
Exposed.
I'm learning.
Chat like after Platinum's neck right now. I'm jealous because I ain't got no neck. But anyway.
I think he'll jump in this. I think he'll jump in this topic.
Just jump in, man. I mean, I'm not even gonna play the game, and I got shit to say.
I know you heard of Jump Force. I know you heard of that game.
Yeah, I'm hyped about it.
But you know who Yu-Gi-Oh is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So could you imagine him in a fighting game? Like, what would his fucking...
I think it's in the same concept as Pokemon Trainer in the Smash. Like, to where he uses the Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Same concept.
I guess so. I guess they could, but wasn't the cards itself only just... They just manifest... It wasn't really like actual physical manifestation. It was more of a within the card.
Summon. It was more like a summon, like it was a Pokemon, you know.
And it could actually, but and I can't remember because I used to watch it a long time ago, but it's been so long I can't remember. The summons, could they actually affect the environments around them? Like, could they destroy parts of the battlefield where they're fighting?
It was more computer generated because it was on a battlefield. That's all.
Okay, so it was more put your cards on this deck reader here.
Yeah,
the monster, right?
It plays on like a hologram type of thing.
So, but Pokemon, when you release the Pokemon out of a ball, they actually existed within that reality.
Right.
They affect their.
So I mean, it's a game, so they're gonna morph it to change it to that reality of you know.
So once you brought them in, once you play these cards, they're gonna
like
be
the Dark Mage or some.
Dre said when Yugi comes to the game, the fight's just gonna turn into a duel.
It's like, well, you know, will fucking Luffy pull out cards for One Piece? Like, I don't understand.
Oh my god. I don't want to see Luffy fucking playing cards, man. No one wants to see that.
Arm's so fucking long, it's like he's cheating, you know? So
he better shout out Gum Gum every time he does something, you know what I mean?
What was his phase when he, like, puffed up and he was, like, smoking and, like, red looking? What's that? Like, Gear 3 or something? I can't remember what it was when he was like he's like Super Saiyaned out kind of shit. What it's called, but I don't know. That would be really fucking weird. I just think Yu-Gi-Oh is just, you know, every fighting game has to have their kind of like weird particular, you know, and it's like
PlayStation All-Stars too. That was unique in its own aspect, even though it was like kind of like Smash in a way.
That
was the shit back in the day.
It was. I was actually yesterday talking to my friends about that. I would love to have a PlayStation All Stars #2.
Never did I think Big Daddy or Kratos, any of the crew will make an impact in that type of game. That was fucking fun.
It was.
I thought it was alright. You know, I thought it was okay.
It was alright.
It was a summer blockbuster hit. You know what I'm saying? They had to get that quick cash grab. You know.
Yeah, I mean, my main fat princess and Kratos. So it's like,
and it was that chick from Heavenly Sword, and everyone's in there.
Oh yeah, now that's what they need to come out with, another Heavenly Sword. That's the fuck.
Another Nathan Drake, you know.
What the hell? I never played this game, but they seem to have a lot mixed in there.
You never played All Stars?
Yeah,
I never played it.
PlayStation All-Stars, that was the shit.
Was this like a PS3 game or something?
It was exclusive. Yeah, it was a PS3, PS4 exclusive.
See, that's why I never played it. I didn't own a PS3 back when the PS3 was a thing. I literally bought my PS3 I think a year ago.
Dre has a question for us. He says, if we do play the game Jump Force, what will be our mains?
We don't know yet. I don't know the characters.
I'll main
Those are the characters.
Luffy is one of my favorite characters, so I'll probably main Luffy and then have a cheater character like a DBZ character. So I'll probably have Goku. So
my main will be Vegeta.
Because Vegeta's in it, right? As well as
Frieza.
Frieza. Yeah.
Oh, they already announced all the characters for the game?
Well, they announced
announced.
they're not all of them. They just announced about 7 or 8, right? About 7, 8
Yeah.
characters.
Here, I'm gonna look it up real quick, see what's all in there.
They've been keeping it kind of closed doors, but yeah, they only named like 6 to 7 characters I know of.
What's the name of that fucking with the hollows? Bleach.
Yep.
Ichio. What the hell is his name? Yeah, Ichio. I think
Ichio.
Yeah, Ichio. Definitely from Bleach. I probably made him too.
Yeah, here we got Ichikyo, Rukia from Bleach, Suzuki from I don't even know, I can't do Japanese. Sasuke from Bleach, Frieza. You got Son Goku, Vegeta, Light Yagami from Death Note. Is it Ryuk from Death Note? Forgive me on these names.
Wait, he's actually playable? I thought.
Oh no, hold on. The Death Notes are story only. Hold on.
Okay.
Gon Rhesus from Hunter. I don't know.
Yeah, he's butchering his motherfucking.
Hisoka, I think, from Hunter x Hunter. Like, I don't watch this shit. All right. We got Luffy from One Piece. We got Blackbeard from One Piece. Zoro from One Piece. Sanji from One Piece. Sobo from One Piece.
Okay.
Fucking Naruto and Sasuke from Naruto, and then you have
Naruto.
and now Yu-Gi-Oh. So that's all that's confirmed right now. So mostly it looks like they're running off of freaking One Piece.
So One Piece. So like I said, Luffy.
One Piece takes up the largest amount of the roster right now.
I think it's 3-on-3. So if it's 3-on-3, then I'll run Luffy, Ichio, and Goku.
I take freaking Zoro, man. That fucking 3 sword style. That's freaking hilarious.
That is dope. Hunter x Hunter. From Hunter x Hunter. Go ahead.
I was saying, from my understanding, I read on DualShockers, it's going to be a simple button fighter, kind of like fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Which is good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Dragon Ball Fighter is dope. So if it's anything like that, I support it. And it looks good too. I must say
it won't be like that, like it's a side by side thing. It's more what?
It's more 3D playing, so you have side steps and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Talking about the
like your combos.
Buttons,
right. You're right, Dre. So Terry, let's go ahead and get this out the way first.
I think that's a little unfair. I don't play their games or watch their shows. So how am I supposed to know how to pronounce a name from another language that I don't follow? That's kind of unjustified.
What he's saying is you're too intelligent for the butchering. So
no, I'm not. I don't know Japanese.
So what, Terry? You still at 7? I mean, you had lives.
Doesn't matter. I mean, I'm basically losing a life because I don't know how to say names from another language I don't fucking follow. That's some bullshit. I'll go give Dre some names and fucking, Inuit, and I guarantee he won't fucking pronounce them right. Some bullshit.
Woo!
Woo! Woo!
You got that head snap going on and everything.
Oh my God!
Come on, go ahead, give him that C finger.
What the? Let's do this. From Big Mike. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Oh, you never heard of the Z snap?
Me and Platinum are like, what the fuck is he talking about?
You never heard of the Z snap?
What the fuck is that?
What are you talking
come on. Oh, come on. I know Terry's got heard of it.
Terry, what's the Z?
I don't know.
You know, the whole, like that?
I just thought people just called that a snap. I don't know anything about a Z snap.
Oh, you mean this?
No, it's called the Z snap.
Oh, you mean this?
All right, so Big Mike is back down to 2. Okay.
Okay.
It's pronounced the way it sounds. Okay.
I would hope it's pronounced the way it sounds. I mean, that kind of goes together, Dre.
Dre triggering the shit out of Terry. I get it. Dre, that's what he does. Dre literally comes in the chat to trigger the panel because he loves loves that. That's what he does. He's like, he's got an agenda every time.
He literally said it's pronounced the way it sounds. I mean, that's like, I'm gonna say, you know what, Dre, your name looks the way it sees. Come on.
It looks the way
You hear this? Shit, Terry. All right, let's do this. Let's jump out of that.
That's why I like having Dre here in the chat, because he's always out for somebody's neck.
Dude, he's got
not that somebody making a comment. That's all.
It's come from my neck, and I don't have one. It's whatever.
I pronounced it wrong, yeah, because I don't know how it sounds. So your pronunciation is based on how something sounds. If you don't know the sound, how are you supposed to pronounce it?
Hey. All right, let's climb up out of that. Let's just get out.
I'm going in on Dre right now, okay?
You probably want to get in the final round here.
You know,
without
knowing, you're gonna pronounce something wrong if you don't know the correct way it's pronounced. Like Asus. Many Americans call it Asus. That's not the right pronunciation.
It's really Asus?
It's Asus because it's an Asian company. It's pronounced Asus.
Oh shit, I didn't know.
See? Take Dre's life. He probably calls it Asus too.
So Dre has been. All right, so we're gonna do final round. Let's just get to final round. I am definitely in it, and I got a new addition to it for Nintendo. But I am triggered about YouTube. But hold on.
Before you go into the final round, go look at that, Danny. Read it. I posted a link.
What's the link where?
A person, usually a girl.
Not in the chat, but in our Discord.
So Big Mike puts this down.
I can't look at that because it'll mess up the stream.
I told you that it's a real thing.
He sent us.
Post it in the messenger, bro.
Listen, he sent the Urban Dictionary link for the, I guess, the definition of Z-Snap. So it's going to be a person, usually a girl, and this shit is in parentheses, snaps 3 times in the air in the shape of a Z. People do it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Thank you. It's called a Z.
That's not a Z. A Z goes like this and back. It's 3 snaps. That's a fucking 7.
That's the 3.
That's a fucking 7.
That's 4.
No, it's a snap.
You need 4 snaps to make a Z.
No, you don't. 3. I don't know how you. What Z are you making? It's 1 to the left. Diagonal, then 1 to the middle. That's 3. Damn, girl. You need to go back to high school and count.
No, because you have different points. Each point of a line would be a snap.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
No, it's 3.
You can't have 2 points. A line is 2 points. You can't make 1 snap for 2 points.
Yeah, because you need like 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
So whoever named it doesn't know how to count because you need 4 snaps to make a Z.
Is there any other females that could clarify this?
It's 3.
Can we get it verified? Because right now,
can we get a verification, please? Because I don't know it. So I've seen it done.
Yes, I've seen it on.
I've
seen it on the movie Clueless. I've seen it on the movie Clueless. And I've seen it on the movie Scrubs.
Whenever I see people do the snap, they just do like a click, click, and like a side. They don't go click, click, side, back. Never. They never make a Z.
Do this like that or some shit like
that.
Yeah,
it's like a snap. I never knew it had like.
And I haven't seen that in a while. Like now, unless they're making a statement.
Starts with the percent.
Here's Joel.
Joel's over here doing it. It's kind of hilarious right now.
You don't say.
He's demonstrating. Hold on, he's coming in to demonstrate.
Yes, please.
What the hell's wrong with you? I mean, 2.5 of you are black. This doesn't make any damn sense. You listen. This first snap of the Z formation starts at the first corner, so you don't snap at the beginning. It's Z snap, 4 snap, mation snap. Jesus Christ, people.
That's why I said 3.
Dictionary. Ask him if he's
Give me a right.
qualified.
Give me a right.
Ask him if he's a female. If not, he doesn't qualify. So
It says usually a female. Doesn't mean you have to be.
Big Mike, what I am doing.
I've seen many. It's also very stereotypical for gay men to do it too.
So I am taking a life from Big Mike because he put Terry in a box. He tried to say, yeah.
But it's not verified though.
It is verified 3. Now
it's verified 3, but they shouldn't say a woman because Joel made a point. Whenever you see a woman doing it, it's usually a black lady, not a white lady. You know what I mean?
Not only was Mike putting Terry in a box, he was also stereotyping. So
what was it? I saw it on the movie Clueless, and I saw it on the TV show Scrubs. They used to do that shit.
Hey, this is why your lives you are announcing.
Once you Google it, can we Google it? I mean, we do have Google.
Why is this a big topic of discussion? It's like
I thought it was 4.
I am jumping out of it. I'm
willing to challenge it. So fuck it.
We'll just go with, it's 3 snaps, and usually, more often than not, it's an ethnic woman that will do it. We'll go with that.
I never said that. See, I wasn't being stereotypical.
But then you posted on Urban Dictionary. No, I'm just.
I Googled it, and that's where it was. Okay, that's where it popped up. So suck it.
All right. You still on sudden death.
I'm sorry. Most white girls I know are still super lame, and they still do the whole talk to the hand BS, not this freaking Z-Stab business. You know what I mean? The Z-Step is a whole different,
I was just saying, like, you gave Dre the Z-Snap because you were giving him.
I didn't give him no Z-Snap. I don't even know how to even do the Z-Step, as we just proven.
But here's where Mike fails, because then you say give an attitude, which means that you're trying to say that that's like an ethnic thing, and she should include the complete.
No, I wasn't saying. I was just saying.
Why he lost a life.
I think he used the wrong terminology because he did snap and make a point.
He did. That's why he lost a life.
A snap is a little too dramatic.
Exactly. This is why he lost.
Yeah, don't the ladies do that after they prove their point and before they walk off? They do the snap thing.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Exactly.
It's like their little exclamation before they leave.
So
let's get to the final topic. The final round.
Anyway, I was to jump out of that shit. All right, so
he said that shit.
I am definitely in final round. But if anybody else is with me, just keep
I'm good now.
And Big Mike, you literally are in sudden death. So I want you to be careful. If you're not in final round, don't jump in.
I'll mute myself.
So am I solo dolo? Final round solo?
Man, I pretty much been doing like mini final rounds the whole show today, so
all I know is I got you triggered, Daddy. I got you to change your whole aspect of your final round.
Platinum, I want you to volunteer for final round so that Dre doesn't call you out for not participating enough.
Look, he's like, fuck Dre. That's right. Look at his face. All right, so let's do final round for me. I will be doing it solo dolo. So welcome, Danny, to
final round.
All right, YouTube. What in the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing? I go in to update the fucking channel, and it's all different now. It's not Creative Studio or whatever the fuck it is. It's like YouTube fuck you. I don't know what it's called, but it is a travesty. YouTube always fucking does this. They always change some shit, and they don't give you a chance to fucking learn the shit before they just fucking change it. They just change shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go in to update the fucking show, and there's no live button, there's no videos button, there's none of this shit. So I had to click around. I mean, I literally had to click around like fucking 800 different options to try to find where it is. And you can't, it's not even there. You have to revert back to the old YouTube Creator Studio just to get access to the shit. And they're saying that this shit is still temporary and it's going to eventually change soon. I don't want it to fucking change right now. I don't understand why YouTube keeps doing this. And then they wonder why there's such a fucking blowback with YouTube right now, and people are kind of shitty with them. Because YouTube always fucking does this. They always go in and they just change some shit, move some shit, and don't give you any fucking walkthroughs on how to use the shit. And then you have to bury yourself in their fucking FAQs to try to figure it out. And I absolutely hate that. You know, and honestly, I like what YouTube does as far as getting your shit out. But the UI and usability of YouTube just pisses me the fuck off, and I just don't understand it. And I've been triggered about it all goddamn day because I'm just trying to find shit, trying to get shit going, and finally getting that shit updated. It was pure piss, and I'm not feeling it at all. Number two, which was not a number two until we did the show, and now it's an officially number two segment for this. Nintendo, I want you to suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I want you to, because you're not gonna put me in a box with these online games and this controller. Now, when you first announced it, and you can also buy it separately, I was hyped. I was like, oh shit, you know, updated old school Nintendo controllers for the Switch. I'm supporting it all the way. Nope, it's only for one specific thing, and $60 for one thing is not what's hot out in the streets. You know, they need to change some wording on that to make me understand. Because right now, as I understand it, it is fucked up. So I'm not feeling that shit at all. You know, Nintendo, I wished it. I wanted you to be money grubbing because I knew you would give us shit if you were money grubbing, and you did. But now here's the blowback. We're finally seeing that transition from old Nintendo where they were very sacred about what they did in the industry. Excuse me. To now, they are this money-grubbing force. You know, they have reached that plateau. And I'm just not feeling it. So that's all I had to fucking say in final round. So that was the
final round.
Okay, I gotta expose you right now. Dude.
Why?
Because you literally said $60 isn't enough for one thing. Did you not just admit earlier that you spent the $60 for one thing for Call of Duty?
But here's the thing.
$60 was justifiable for one thing.
BR's own thing, though. BR is its own thing. It's something that I constantly use. Controllers for something very, very specific.
It's still $60 for one thing.
Yeah, but this is something that I can play continuous. Hell,
Biasness!
Listen, I don't spend 7 days on the fucking Switch. I'm gonna lose access to that shit.
Biasness!
There's a difference.
Yeah, it's biasness.
No, actually, he spent more than $60. You remember he got the enhanced edition or some shit.
I didn't get the enhanced edition. I just pre-ordered.
You got the pre-order because he wanted, what was it? Black Dude Physics.
Black Dude Physics.
So yes, one thing, dude.
That's two things. Black Dude Physics and BR.
BR's coming in without the pre-order. You would give BR without the pre-order. So no, you got the pre-order for Black Dude Physics. One thing, dude. One thing.
Two things.
One thing.
Two things.
One thing.
Physics.
One thing. The BR's not included in the pre-order bonus, so it's one thing. It's one thing, dude.
No, fuck that.
One thing.
Anyway, that's our motherfucking show for the day. I'd like to give a shout out John, shout out Dre, shout out Cisco, shout out Brandon, Thank you guys for stopping through and checking us out today. Next week, I still don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. It's gonna be a slow news week. Actually, no, it's not, because TGS is coming up next week, right? I think. It's actual TGS. So TGS next week. We'll cover that, and then that's really it. Shout out to Player One Coffee. You can follow us everywhere that you can log into: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Like I said, Pornhub, Spank Bang, everything.
We're not on Pornhub.
We are. Pornhub.com/the platform real. I'm telling you, look it up.
Shut up.
We have our playlist of our favorite busty mistresses.
No. I do not condone this.
Platinum has his platinum series.
No,
so
fuck, I don't.
Shouts out to everyone on the show. Platinum Godfather, go check him out. His links are below, as well as Cool Cat Terry on Twitch. You can check both of them out. You can follow them. All the links are below. You can follow me and Big Mike here on the platform, as well as Twitter. So you can catch us there and on Twitch. So, yeah, shit. I think that is it. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we roll out? No?
I win.
All right. Well, peace out, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.
We love you all. Peace out. We out.